has now reached 550 million hours that have been served around the world. And it has reached students of every demographic in every country, and almost half of the students are female. It's really changing the interest in the face of what is computer science and who is computer science for, which is exciting. And it's even more exciting when we see the momentum that this is creating and the change, the real change that's happening when we think about parents and teachers and students. Today, 9 out of 10 parents in America want their child to learn computer science. I don't know what's up with the other 1 out of 10. But I'm excited that so many parents see this as something that is important to their child's future. 3/4 of Americans believe computing science is cool in a way it wasn't 10 years ago, which personally is great for me because I'm now cool. That's good. That's good. It's a positive thing. I wasn't cool 10 years ago. And of course, students love it. This is not a surprise. If anybody here has tried letting kids create things with computers, you know how excited they are when they have the opportunity to try it. In a survey of what students like, computer science was their absolute favorite, ahead of writing and English and history and math, behind art and performing art. So we're not quite as fun as dance, but that's okay. It's great to see that students love the ability to create with computers. But we're still not there. Most schools around the world do not teach computer science. And even in America, today, most schools do not teach computer science. I'm not even saying that most students don't take it. Most schools don't even offer it, which means that a student can't take it. If they're inspired by the Hour of Code and they want to go further, today, they can't. And obviously, an hour of code is not computer science. It's just 1 hour. What we really need to do is take that and change it. Change the global education system so that students who are inspired, who want to learn this, can actually take that step. That every student should have the opportunity, the ability to learn these skills so that they can take their career where they want to take it. So how do we do that? So at Code.org, we looked and we said, how are we going to change the global education system? How do we make it possible for students to learn this? So we looked at the challenges. And the first thing we said was we need a curriculum and professional development opportunities that are designed for the teachers who are in our schools today. Now, the teachers in our schools did not learn computer science when they went to school. In fact, I'm not even talking about just the teachers who studied 30 years ago. Even the teachers who graduated last year from university prepared to teach prepared to teach in the K-12 system in America. They did not learn computer science in their university. In America, last year, 24,000 teachers graduated prepared to teach math or science across the country. 24,000. 75 graduated prepared to teach computer science. Our teachers, we're asking them to do something that's very hard. We're asking them to teach a subject where they are not the expert. We're asking them to go in front of a room full of students, some of whom may know it better than they do, and say, I am here to teach you computing science, even though I did not learn computing science back when I was in school. And so what we have done is we have created a curriculum designed to support these teachers. And we've created professional development workshops designed to support these teachers. And we are partnering with Axorn here in Thailand to make both the curriculum available to teachers here in Thailand and to run professional development workshops. Axorn will be providing professional development designed to support teachers who have not had this experience. There are tools. We wanted to create curriculum, resources, provide the teachers with everything that they need to support teaching computer science and learning it alongside their students for the 21st century. Now, the second thing we realized we needed was a platform, software, a website that makes this learning accessible to students. All the way from elementary school, where we have simple block-based programming that you saw before, where I can, for example, get this Angry Bird over to the pig. I will demo that live later. All the way into high school, to AP Computer Science in America, which is entry-level college computer science, where we're teaching students JavaScript. And they're making their very own apps and designs using JavaScript, either in blocks or in text, and beginning to connect it to physical computing with Arduino chips that they can, make things light up or use sensors or sounds to try to connect the digital world to the physical world. Now, these platforms are designed to be simple, designed to be easy, designed to be beginning platforms. But even with these simple beginner platforms, we see that students can create so many amazing things. These are actual apps that have been made by students. This is an elementary school student who's creating a cool digital piece of artwork. I don't know what to call it, a spiral. This is a middle school student who created a game. I think you're SpongeBob going for hamburgers and candy and avoiding bullets. I don't really know how middle school students think, but it's fun to see what they create. And these are some high school students in Oakland, California, who were studying fractals in their math class and used computer science to generate fractals as part of an app that they created in computer science. Now, I'm going to take a moment here, and we're going to do some live coding demos. I want to give you a sense of what this looks like. So I'm going to exit out of my PowerPoint for a moment here. And while that's coming up, I think it's just exiting the PowerPoint. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we are. So you saw a little demo of this earlier, but I'm just going to do another quick demo. I want to show you, when I talk about teachers who don't have experience with computing science, one of the things we wanted to do was to simplify the palette of commands as students are getting started. I don't want to throw the students into a Python IDE where everything is possible, because it's hard for those students, but it's also hard for the teachers, right? When the students have 200 commands that they can use, how do I, as a teacher, know what they're doing or how to control that? So what we've done is created a sequence of steps that teach the students one step at a time, both to support the students' learning and to support the teachers to be able to understand what their students know, where their students are in that progression, and how their students are learning. So here I'm getting started, and what I need to do is get this Angry Bird over to this pig, because pigs are evil and they stole the eggs. I apologize, this is not fully translated yet. We're working with Axorn to get it fully translated, so we will have it, the parts that are in English here, we're still translating some pieces of it. But here I am, I'm going to move forward again, hit run. That's right. I did it live. Okay. As the students go on, as you saw before with Star Wars, we get it slightly more complicated. I need to break down a sentence like, "Get me to the Angry Bird," into a series of concrete steps. This is part of that computational thinking, where I'm breaking things down into steps. So I'm going to move forward, turn left, move forward, and turn right. I can do it. I'm gonna get there. Oh, I forgot to move forward again. But that's great. That's the kind of thing that we want to see. We want to see students learning, right? They're going to make mistakes. I want to see them make mistakes. I want to see them make mistakes and keep trying and try again. I'm not going to fix this one right now. I'm just going to move on. What you saw there was skill building. We gave them puzzles to solve, and they had to solve those puzzles by putting in things one step at a time, breaking down a problem into a series of steps. What I'm learning there, those skills, I can then apply creatively to create things. I'm going to show you one example of creating, which is creating digital art. So here I am at a sort of art area, and I can create whatever I want. I'm going to move forward, and then I'm going to turn right. And what I'm going to do, let's just run that. I'm going to slow it down a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, so I moved forward and turned right. Now, what happens when I repeat that series of steps 4 times? Oops. I get a square. Now you can see I'm connecting this to mathematics. I'm learning how these set of steps is similar to math, and I can create and have fun. Now let's have a little fun with this. My square is good, but you know what would make my square better? My square would be better if I had an elephant at the end of every one of those sides. So after drawing my side, I'm going to draw an elephant before I turn right. Way better. Not done yet. Let's make it even better. Let's change colors every time I draw a new side. Better. Now let's have fun and see what happens with mathematics live. Instead of turning a full 90 degrees, I'm going to turn 141 degrees. Let's try that. So let's turn 141 degrees, just some random number here. And let's repeat this instead of 4 times, let's repeat it 100 times. Pretty awesome, right? A little faster. Whee! It's pretty incredible what kids end up creating. With just a few lines of code, they can try some of these mathematical concepts, do it interactively, see what they're creating, build things that are fun and different than anything I would create, and everybody loves elephants, so can't go wrong. Let's go back to PowerPoint. There we go. So let's click through this. So the third thing that we work on in America is the support for the work from district, state, and federal policies. We want both schools to teach computer science, but we also want to see support for computer science from the policies that are put into place to support certifications for teachers, standards, teaching it in schools. One of the great things is that Thailand is leading the way here with supporting computing science and computational thinking as part of the curriculum starting in elementary school. In America, the White House has now allocated $200 million for computer science through work that we've done. We've also worked with over 40 states to change policies for computer science, allowing it to count for graduation requirement, putting in standards in place, providing funding for computer science, and requiring schools to support computer science. Now, different states have done different elements of these policies, but what we're seeing is a sea change across America with states, districts, and the federal government beginning to support computer science as part of the core subjects that should be taught to every child in school. We have almost 200 school districts in America that have begun teaching or pledged to add computer science to their schools. And these include the largest school districts and many of the districts representing inner city youth, poor students, students who never had this opportunity before. I'm going to tell you about one school district, one story. This is Claire. She works at the Oakland Unified School District. Oakland is right next to San Francisco. You can see San Francisco from many of the schools in Oakland, but it is a very poor neighborhood. The school district is primarily black students, and those students don't have the opportunity to go work in San Francisco. In fact, just a couple years ago, almost no students in Oakland had the opportunity to take computer science. CLEAR realized there were only 200 middle and high school students in the entire Oakland school district taking computer science between 6th and 12th grade. So she set about to change that. She partnered with us, and we recruited math teachers, science teachers, history teachers, who had never learned any computer science themselves, to come to our workshops and learn how to teach computing science to their students. Just 2 years later, we have 4,000 students in the Oakland Public School District taking computing science. Not only are they taking it, they're doing it extremely well. In America, we have an AP Computer Science exam, which is entry-level college computer science. Last year in Oakland, it was the 5th most popular AP exam being taken across the entire district. And the students were passing the exam, taking this from teachers who had just begun to teach computer science. They actually passed their computer science exam at a higher rate than their math, English, or history AP exams in the Oakland School District. Not only that, it was the most racially diverse exam in student participation, which is fantastic. But this story is not just about Oakland. This story is worldwide. At this point, computer science is the most bipartisan, fastest growing movement in education around the world. I have a little joke here. I was going to say these are the teachers at our summer workshop last year. Unfortunately, our summer workshops are not quite that fun. This is a concert. But if we were to take the teachers from our summer workshops and put them all together, we have more teachers than this going through our summer workshops to learn to teach computer science. Looking at the diversity that we see in computing science, this is last year's AP exam in America, and what you'll see is the number of female students is skyrocketing, students who never would have taken this before. We also see underrepresented minorities, which is mostly Black, Latino, and Hispanic students in America. The number of them taking computer science is skyrocketing in terms of changing the face of what computer science looks like. At this point, we have over 28 million students around the world learning on code.org. But what I'm most excited about is the reach. 35% of those students are outside the United States. Almost half cannot afford their lunch at school, but now have the ability to take computer science. And almost half of our students are female. We're changing what computer science looks like. These are just some quotes we got from different people. This is a student, and I loved this. I loved it purely and wholly. It was fun to do. I want to do just that over and over again because I really enjoyed what I could do with it. I enjoyed its interactivity and how it felt to control what happened to me. It felt really satisfying to me. I wish we could do it every day. That was a student who did the hour of code, but does not yet have the opportunity to take computer science in their school. I loved the word control in here, because I think giving our students these abilities is about giving them the ability to control how the software works, giving them the ability to create, to be owners of that. When I use a piece of software and I don't like how it works, that app was broken, it should have worked this other way. I wish it didn't do that. I wish it had the ability to do this. I want to hear a student say that, and then I want that student to make it happen. I want the student to create the app where it does it the way they want to do it. This is one of our teachers in Florida, Justin Feller. And he sent this about one of his students. "This is crazy fun, Mr. Feller. I'm pretty much going to tell all of my friends to take this class." Justin Feller is one of these people who did not know any computer science when he came into this. And he went through our workshops, he learned to teach computer science, and now he loves it. And not only does he teach computer science, he actually teaches other teachers now how to teach computer science. He leads workshops, helping teachers become computer science teachers. This is from Katie O'Brien in Minnesota. "Today's project was a slam dunk for students. Students came in right away and started talking about the project before the bell ever rang. In fact, when I tried to start the class, most of the students that I was trying to quiet were actually talking about the project." That's something we see consistently, right? This is a subject where students do it after school, if they can. They do it at home. They want to do more. Nobody wants their class to be unruly. Everybody wants their class to be quiet and behaved. But if they're going to be talking out of turn, it's amazing when the talking they're doing is about the project that you want them to be creating. This is a movement that started with teachers. Teachers like Juan, who teaches in Seattle. Teachers bringing this to their classroom. It spread from teachers to schools, where we saw entire schools beginning to embrace computer science and bring it to everyone at their school. From there, we've gone to entire districts of teachers within America bringing it to their school, to states, to our country, and around the world, where we're seeing people in every country begin to bring computer science into their education system. These are the events that were registered last year for the Hour of Code. These are just the ones that registered. We have at least 10 times more that do it without registering. And what we see people registering to run these events around the world. This is cut off for some reason. I'm so sorry, Thailand's off the edge. There were events in Thailand. I didn't realize it was cut off. And it's not just the teachers. We're seeing world leaders embrace this. We've had over 9 world leaders, prime ministers, presidents, do computer science and bring their countries into bringing computer science to their country. 25 countries have now announced plans to bring computer science to all of their students. Thailand, Argentina, Australia, Canada, Croatia, the Czech Republic, Ecuador, England, Finland, France, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, Pakistan, Poland, Romania, Saudi Arabia, Scotland, South Korea, Sweden, Turkey, the UAE, Zimbabwe, and more every single year. Proud to have Thailand on this list. But unfortunately, most schools still are not teaching computing science. And many schools think they are teaching computing science, but aren't yet. One of the challenges that we frequently see is that schools will think they are teaching computing science, but they don't know what computing science is. So they are teaching the students how to use computers, but not how to create. Or they don't fully understand yet how to bring computational thinking into their curriculum and make it a part of the school from elementary school all the way through high school. So in terms of where we can go and what we can do, I'm asking all of you here to join this movement. Clearly you already believe in it because you're here, but I want you to take it back and bring it to your schools and make it a part of your schools. With the partnership here with Axorn, I'm excited that code.org can be available in your schools and that you have resources and tools to help you bring computational thinking to your schools. Our website is at code.org/teach, but I think you have a better website here directly through Axorn. And you can read more about us at code.org/help. But I want to do a thank you to the 800,000 teachers who are bringing this to their classroom today. The teachers are the leaders. The teachers are the ones who are bringing it to the students. They're making it possible. They're the most important part of bringing computing science to the schools. And I want to do a thank you to everybody here, out here in the audience. They said that it was okay if I took a picture of you guys to bring back, to show all of the support here in Thailand for computing science. Can you all smile? Awesome. I'll do a selfie too. I want to show everybody all of the support here in Thailand for computing science. Awesome, fantastic. I'm going to show the team back at home. All of you guys who are going to make this happen here. Very excited. And I also want to do a big thank you to our donors. Everything we produce is free of charge. It's all open source and Creative Commons. That's made possible. We're a nonprofit through generous donations from Amazon, Facebook, the Infosys Foundation, and Microsoft, and many other donors. So I want to do a thank you to the donors who have made this possible. And thank you to Axorn here for having me here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Alice Stengles, for the excellent speech. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Tawan Tewaakson to give the token of appreciation for the speaker. Mr. Tawan Tewaakson and Ms. Alice Stengles, please remain on the stage for the upcoming group photography. ค่ะขอขอบพระคุณ Miss Alice Stengles President Code.org เป็นอย่างสูงนะคะที่ได้มาให้ร่วมความรู้วันนี้กับพวกเราค่ะขอเรียนเชิญอยู่บนเวทีก่อนนะคะเพื่อรับของมอบที่ระลึกค่ะขอขอบคุณทั้งสองท่านอีกครั้งนะคะเป็นยังไงกันบ้างคะเนื้อหาเข้มข้นสะใจทุกท่านไหมคะบอกแล้วค่ะว่าวันนี้เรามาจัดเต็มความรู้ควบคู่กับแรงบันดาลใจค่ะเหนื่อยกันหรือยังคะน่าจะเหนื่อยกันแล้วใช่ไหมคะดิฉันว่าเราไปพักกันก่อนดีกว่าค่ะโบราณว่ากองทัพต้องเดินด้วยท้องนะคะแล้วตอนนี้ก็เป็นเวลาเที่ยงตรงแล้วค่ะเราไปเติมพลังกันก่อนนะคะแล้วจะกลับมาพบกับสาระแบบจัดเต็มในช่วงบ่ายค่ะเราจะกลับมาพบกันในห้องนี้อีกครั้งนะคะในเวลาบ่ายโมงตรงค่ะโดยที่ห้องอาหารของเราจะอยู่ที่ชั้น3ค่ะและเพื่อไม่ให้เกิดความสูญหายในทรัพย์สินของท่านนะคะดิฉันขอความกรุณาทุกท่านนำของมีค่าไม่ว่าจะเป็น iPhone Samsung หูฟังหรืออะไรก็ตามแต่นะคะติดตามตัวไปด้วยนะคะเพื่อความสบายใจทั้งตัวท่านเองและทีมงานของเราค่ะขออนุญาตย้ำอีกครั้งนะคะกับท่านอาจารย์ที่ walk in มาเมื่อเช้านะคะกรุณาคืนแบบลงทะเบียนให้กับทีมงานของเราค่ะเพื่อที่ทีมงานของเรานะคะจะได้กรอกเข้าไปในระบบเพื่อรับวุฒิบัตรของท่านในช่วงสุดท้ายค่ะและตอนนี้นะคะในส่วนกิจกรรมบนเวทีแห่งนี้ต้องขอพักกันสักครู่ค่ะเรียนเชิญทุกท่านรับประทานอาหารกลางวันกันตามอัธยาศัยนะคะแล้วกลับมาพบกันใหม่ในช่วงบ่ายสวัสดีค่ะ